It's time to raise $100 million with no business plan. With no business plan. With no business plan. Let's talk about it. It's like, well, if we could spend all this money in their system, why we can't put all our money into a pot? And that's when the light came on. That's how I know the creator's behind this, because I'm not that smart to think of this. Because I'm not that smart to think of this. Because I'm not that smart to think of this. So out of nowhere, this idea comes to me that we need to raise $100 million with no business plan. Because you learn from what other people go through. And I see what Dr. Umar was raising money. And I can't just make an overall judgment on that, but I can say I could see how you would go out and start to raise money for a project, but then I could see how it could be maybe a little more complicated than people thought, and you can end up with the money sitting there and the project maybe not getting off like you wanted to get off, and then the people become irritated and start asking, where's the money, what are you gonna do, boo, 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 boo. So I said, well, listen, why not raise $100 million with no plan? The only plan is to get to the goal for $100 million. And once we as a black people in this country raise $100 million, then we have the town hall meeting, the meetings, the lectures, the conferences, and get all our great minds to decide how we spend this $100 million. I support the Sinetta TV Awards. At a pot with $100 million in it, I believe then the best minds will come out, and then I believe we would be able to start making a move that will put us on the world stage where we could be competitive in business, and we can hire our own and take care of our own. And you can probably hear my voice, I just woke up and I'm like, do I have to go do this? But the creator's like, who else is going to do it? You know, you got people out there that'll go take this same plan I put out there and go rob the fucking people and take the money. You know, you need somebody that's honest and fair and that really is concerned with the people. You know, this raising $100 million is something that I feel gives me a platform, that I feel gives me a platform, that I feel gives me a platform to do lectures and to go and speak on. Because with this concept, now I could put black people to the fire. I could say, listen, you're gonna go spend all this money at Christmas, you better send some money over here for your own people. Hey, you're a black Christian church, you're doing something for the community. Hey, you better put some money over here. Hey, Nation of Islam, where's the money? Hey, Moorish Science Temple, where's the money? Hey, you Hebrews, where's the money? Hey, you Pan-Africans, where's the money? You know, I could start chastising my people and say, put the fucking money up. Isn't it time that black people in America, African Americans, isn't it time we do for self for real? Isn't it time we raise our own money for ourselves? And the reason I say no business plan is because I feel like trying to come up with a business plan for $100 million before you have $100 million is backwards. The wisest thing to do is to get the money and then bring in the Claude Andersons, the Boyce Watkins, and whoever else got the science and the technology, all our young people that's got bright minds, black investors. I can make things happen. I can pull some of these big-time corporate black people that's running companies. We can pull them now. We can probably start an auto company. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real. We need a phone. We need a car. We need our own housing development. We need our own construction sites. We need power. We're not talking about a situation where somebody got to send me $500. Black people are out here wasting hundreds of millions of dollars at $1 at a time, $2 at a time. $1, $5, $3. If we start getting black people to send that, the small change, we can get $100 million in small change. Seriously. The money that we're throwing away. Even though I'm not ready to do this, I'm going to start now. Which is crazy. But like I keep telling y'all, the creator keep having you do crazy shit, right? Right? Have you do stuff and you say, why? So Umar raised that money and he had to go through a European GoFundMe. And how can you do something for black people going through white people? And how can you do something for black people going through white people? And how can you do something for black people going through white people?
And how can you do something for black people going through white people?
We can't go through GoFundMe and all that. We can't do that. We got to do this ourselves. That means if you just got to send money to a P.O. box or whatever until we set up a way to raise it ourselves. And so this is a part of the process. A part of the process too is I need people to help me and tell me how I can set up a way on our own fundraising side. Go to a non-for-profit, and we need to keep it out of European business. It's not their damn business. We're raising money, and there's no scam because there is no plan for the money, anything to get support from professional athletes and actors and actresses and things like that. So I ain't talking about no little stuff. I'm talking about something big. I'm talking about on the level where I'm getting donations from Will and Jada and all these different people, because at a certain point they say this is real. This is real. Because when it gets up to $50 million and the money's still sitting there, people say, shit, he not playing. Even when it gets up to $5 million and they go and see the money still sitting there, they say, shit, he ain't playing. Because what the hell I want with it? Like, I'm the type of person, like people say, well, this is a scam. Listen, I'm the type of person that if I wanted money, I would come on here and I would say, listen, I want some money for me. Like, I keep it a fucking bill. If I wanted some money for me, I would ask for some money for me. Although that ain't in my nature. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
Me nigga acts about me, nigga acts about me, nigga acts about me. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. I'm a hustler, I'm a hustler, homie. Nigga acts about me, nigga acts about me. I'm a hustler.
This for all my niggas that's going through the struggle, that's on the grind. All my niggas that ever had the hustle to get at a dollar, this for y'all, man. Personality.
Inheritance, foreclosure, and court. Let's talk about it. When my mother and father passed away, the house would go to me and my sister, and we would sell it and split the money. So, a couple of years ago, my father passed away. And when my father passed away, that's when I found out that he wasn't no will that we knew of. And if he did have a will, he had Alzheimer's, so he wasn't able to let us know. And I had already knew that they had took out a reverse mortgage on the house. Now, the reason the reverse mortgage was taken out on the house is because when my mother got cancer is very, very expensive. And even though my mother had a very good job, she was probably a G7 or a G8 for the government, working for the Veterans Administration, it's not enough to cover those pills and the chemotherapy and the radiation. So of course they were going to do everything they could do to try to save my mother. So they took out this reverse mortgage, probably thinking that my mother would be cured and get it together and then they would be able to pay it off. But she died. When she died, my father was already retired and he got Alzheimer's. So the deal with the reverse mortgage is that he can live in the house until he dies, and then if the loan is not paid off, they would come take the house. System, Babylon makes the rules. So you got two choices. You're going to play by the rules or you're going to get your own system. And anybody telling you don't play by the rules, that can't provide you with your own system, don't listen to them. Don't listen to somebody that don't have another route. Don't listen to somebody that's waiting on you and got this mentality, we all got to do this and we all got to do that, and they not going to do it. You know, you do what you got to do when it comes to business and your family and property and court. You handle your business. You know, a closed mouth don't get fed. So if you want something, make some noise. See? So now that I got that done, what you think I'm gonna do? I'm finna write another letter to all the CEOs and all the corporate people at Wells Fargo, and I'm gonna let them know. Thanks y'all for your support. I got the probate. Now all I need y'all to do is next time you have charity, give me some money for the house. Y'all giving people charity all the time.
I went to my little bitty brother. Oh, my little brother. I asked my brother, help me, please. Oh, he turned me down, and then I go to my little mother, my dear mother. Oh, now I said, mother,